Good people. This is Lee Craft, the host of The For This podcast. Today's show is about my wife and I going to the park and encounter some people that shouldn't have been at the park. So we're at the park, just chilling, just talking and just laughing and watching the people, children play, flying their kites and doing all those things, right? And these young men come up and talking and laughing and just, like young people do sometimes, be fussing and talking trash and everything, right? And the young guy pulled his gun. I said, "Oh, young man. My wife said, Lee, we need to leave. I said, no, we're not going nowhere, baby. People here at the park, this is a park for everybody. Young man, do me a favor, young man, if you don't mind, could you put your gun away? If you don't want to put it away, just leave. Just let everybody have fun at the park. We don't want no nonsense at the park. Yeah, watch your mouth, old man." I said, "What? You heard me, old man. Watch your mouth." One of the guys said, "Hey, man, that's Mr. Lee, man. Chill out. That's Lee." "No, I ain't going nowhere, man. I don't know about no Mr. Lee. He don't scare me." So the young man came up to me and put the gun in my face and pulled the trigger. But the gun didn't go off, So I grabbed his hand. I said, "Young man, do you know what you're doing?" He started kind of squirming and everything, right? He said, "Let my hand go." I said, No. When the partner tried to come from behind, Jesus! He froze in his spot. When the other partner tried to come in front of me, Jesus! He froze in his spot. Other guy tried to come to the side, Jesus! He froze in his spot. I said, "Young man, what's your problem, young man? I asked you to leave. You didn't want to leave. So now you got to face these consequences." And the other guy said, "Man, I told you, man, leave him alone." He said, "Man, what do I do, old man?" "Old man?" I said, "Man, look at it. First of all, you got to learn respect." I said, "What's my name?" "I don't know your name, sir." What's my name?" The other guy said, "His name Mr. Lee." "What's my name?" "Mr. Lee." "No, say it like you mean it. Mr. Lee. What do you want from me?" "Mr. Lee, I want you to let me go." "No, you need to learn a lesson. You need to learn a lesson, young man. Behind that gun you put out, it got consequences. All y'all need to learn a lesson. But you know what? Today is a good day to tell God thank you. Do you believe in God, young man?" Yes, I believe in God." "Do you really believe in God?" "I believe in God. I believe in God." "Look here. I'm going to take your gun. I want y'all to leave this park and don't come back. You understand? I got you. Now, what's my name?" "Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee." I said, "They call me Mr. Lee." And they left. But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing, that is going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if you add God to your diet? I guarantee you things will go as they should go. Look, good people, don't do what I did. Please don't do what I did. Because a lot of times they're going to work out their way for you. But for me, I'm covered in his blood. I've been in some tough spots. I'm just telling you part of some things that I've gone through. But please don't do what I do. You have to really have faith in God for him to stop that bullet from firing. And stop those young men in his track, because there's power in the name of Jesus. When you believe that, they couldn't move. They couldn't move. That's why I say and do what I do. I don't bother nobody. But I will stop things in their track. The younger people, the younger generation, some of the older generation, they don't respect people no more. The younger generation don't respect the adults, the older people. And the older people don't respect the young people. But I respect everybody. So, like I said, people, that was my story for this morning about the kids at the park, and the other people came to me and said, "Thank you, sir, for doing what you're doing and stuff." And I thought I knew who you was. I said, yeah, I'm just a average man, just trying to do the work of the Lord. "No, I know who you are, Mr. Lee. I know who you are. You helped me before." I said, "Joe?" I said, "Yeah, that's me." "Thank you, man. Thank you." All I'm saying to people this year, when you got God in your life, he's going to protect you from a lot of dangers, domestic as well as foreign. And the thing about that, people, is that you have to believe. You have to have hope that this world is going to get better, because I know it's going to get better. Because God is revealing a lot of things that people, they don't want to believe that was true. They know that it's true. The hypocrisy, all those things from a lot of people who you thought was good. Now you learn that they bad. So, like I said, people always say that, hey, you're born into a sinful world. Just because you're born into a sinful world, don't mean you have to sin. You can go without sinning. You can go without lying. You can go without doing a lot of things. But you choose not to because you want to fit in with everybody else. But once you grow up and get God in your life, you're going to make a change. you're going to make a positive change. So, like I said, people, that's my story for this morning. Hope you enjoyed the story. If you didn't enjoy the story, please email me and let me know what's going on. And I promise you I will email you back. If I don't, I'll make a comment about your email on the show. So, like I said, the children said, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller. Hey, my children, they're not wrong. I don't know how to still tell stories, but one thing I do know, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. So, with that being said, Lee Craft, this is my podcast. What if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have that real conversation, have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God, thank you. Look at people, don't do what I did now. Unless you know that you got God in your life. But please don't do that, because God has been protecting me all my life. Some things that I've gone through, I'm just telling y'all bits and pieces of my story. If you only knew the things that I've came through, and God has protected me. So, like I said, yeah, get a little teary-eyed. So, with that being said, have a blessed day. And please tell God, thank you. Stay blessed.